Have you ever met a guy that was stupid and rude? Whenever he was around, he would dog your mood. I know a guy like that, y'all. He think he's got gifts to the world. Yep, ladies. Yep, ladies. That's exactly what's going on. This is your girl, Big AJ. Welcome back to my channel. I'm out riding around this morning and I thought I'd get this video out to you guys. And today I wanted to ask you all a question. Have you ever met a guy that you really, really liked? You know, you liked how he looked, some of the things that he was talking about, and you was like, dang, I think I found that one. You know, and all to find out, he's really not that into you. Yep, he's not that into you. And you probably ask me, how do you know? There's a lot of ways you can find out if a guy is really into you or not. For example, all these things you saw in him that made you attract yourself to him, you know, then all of a sudden things start going left. And you're like, oh my goodness, how could this be? I think I found my person. Then he started doing little things like he stopped calling every day. You know, making excuses why he haven't called you, you know, or he starts saying he's been busy, you know, and stuff like that. You know, when a guy that's into you, he's never too busy to call you. Never. Remember that. Because he's going to think about you in the morning when he wake up. He's going to think about you in the afternoon when he eating his lunch. He's going to think about you when he getting ready to go to bed. So that's an excuse to show that he's really not that into you. You know, maybe he stopped visiting. Because sometimes when you got that relationship, he'd be over every Friday night and y'all watching movies, Netflix and chilling. All of a sudden this Friday he want to hang out with the boys, or he got to work late. You know, those are all excuses to just not be with you. You know, but we don't see it sometimes. We sometimes take things as, okay, well maybe he busy because we really like this guy. And when we really like a guy, we always tend to go the extra mile, give him a little extra leeway to ruin the relationship, even though we may see it sometimes, but we keep ignoring the red signs. And then, you know, that's what get us messed up and our feelings hurt, broken heart, can't sleep, can't eat type of thing. So ladies and men, but no, ladies, I'm talking to the ladies and the men, I guess, because sometimes women do the same thing to the men. You know, we act like we like you, and you might think it's something, and then we see something. It could be something we saw, something that you said that turned us off, and then we just really kind of, you know, ghost you, so to speak. You know, but yeah, another thing that you can tell when a guy is not into you, like say for instance, if y'all go out, y'all been hanging out for a while, you think he digging on you, and then when he get around his friends, he introduced you as, oh, this is my friend so-and-so, this is my friend so-and-so. Okay, I'm his friend, you know, I ain't his woman, I ain't his girl, you know, nothing like that, you know. Or y'all at a party, he had a party, and he invite you over, but then he also invite all these other girls over, and you seem to see him interacting with other girls more so than you. You know, y'all not really in no status of we're exclusive yet or anything like that, but you think that he's feeling you, but he start interacting with other girls, or maybe he start talking to you about other girls a lot, and you might feel a certain way, like, why are you talking to me about her? I don't want to hear about no other girls. But that's because he's not really into you like that, you know. It could have been something, you know, that you thought was something, but I don't know. But yeah, it's a lot of ways, ladies. We got to remember that everybody is human. Everybody got their ways, their things that they like or not. But don't let nobody play in your face when you know that he's not into you, and you will know early on. Don't be nobody's fool. I know the song say everybody plays the fool sometimes, but don't play the fool when it's important to you. If it's something that's gonna affect your heart. You know what I mean? They may sometimes, I don't know, like there's a lot of things that men do to tell women that they just not into them, and we don't even see it. Like they may have sex with you, and then after they had that sex with you, you don't hear from them no more. Maybe a week may pass, or a couple of days may pass, and then you call them like, hey, what's up? He was like, hey, nothing much, what's up with you? He real distant with you. Like he not really trying to give you that conversation, and you thinking y'all had got some type of connection, and he kind of brushed you off a little bit. Those are signs that he's not really into you. He only really wanted to get with you for what he got, because you gave it to him so quickly. So he's not into you like that, and you got to see that. That's why it's so important for you ladies, us ladies, to have boundaries. You meet guys out here, like get to know who these guys are, talk to them, fill them out first, see if they don't only have just interest in you for one thing, because that's what it seems like. Men, that's the only thing they want these days is sex. That's it, that's all. And then you have to determine how long it's going to be before you give them some, or not. And then too, sometimes it don't even matter, because men that really want to get with you that way, they will wait. I mean, they will wait. They will play the role with you. They'll take you out. They'll do all these things until they get what they want. I'm telling you. You know this. We all been through this. We grown. We older now. We know these things. But they will wait until they get it. And when they get it, they gone. They gone. So you ask me, how can you tell? You have to set boundaries, ladies. You have to set long boundaries. You can't be giving yourself to someone so quick, so fast. Because a lot of us think that, oh, well, if I give this person what he wants from me, then he'll be more into me. And that's not true. Stop giving your all. Let him feel you out. Let you feel him out, and see if he really worth the time to be invested. Talk about other things other than sex. Let him take you out. You go to his house, and y'all do things that people can do other than sex. That'll let you know if he's into you or not. I know we all want love. Everybody want love. Everybody looking for love. But we're finding it in all the wrong places because we don't have boundaries, And at this age now, for me, I feel like it is what it is. I get it or I don't. I know that I know that I don't accept a lot of stuff, and I feel like I'll probably be single for a while, because every time I meet someone, I could tell if they're really into me just by the things that they say. I met a guy the other day, y'all, a grown man, came up to my car and said, I think you are very attractive. I was wondering if I can get your telephone number. And I'm like, that's the only way you're going to meet people, if you talk to them. So I give this man my telephone number, and I give him my telephone number. He calls me. We having a conversation, and he says to me, I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to say this to you. He said, I have lustful desires for you. And I'm like, oh, wow, And in my mind, I'm thinking, he's not into me. He want what he saw, because I was looking awfully good, y'all. I was looking really cute. It was a day, it was real nice and sunny outside. I had on this really cute white dress, like low cut here, the back was out. It was short, of course. I like short dresses in the summer. And I had on some white stretch shorts up under them, like biker shorts. So, because the dress was so short and I didn't want to be exposing too much. So I understand that's what he wanted. And so when he said that, I was like, wow. He said, I want to be really honest with you. Then he told me that I'm the type of guy, I'm very transparent. I'm going to keep it honest with you. He said my last relationship I was in, he said it ended because my wife, she didn't please him the way he wanted to. So he said, so I'm just going to say it. I like to masturbate. And I said, oh my goodness. And I so at this point now, he's really gone. Like after the conversation, he's really about to be blocked, y'all. But I continued the conversation with him because I could have hung up on him. But I wanted to hear him out because I never heard a man say that to me before. I never heard a man to say that. Now I'm pretty sure men do those things. But I never heard a man say that to me. He said, I'm just being honest. He said, we're grown people, whatever. So I told him, I said, well, yeah, we are grown. I said, but if that's something that you enjoy, he's like, yeah, it's nothing wrong with it. Look it up. Look and see. He said, it's normal, blah, blah, blah. And then I goes to tell him, I said, well, that's something that I don't think you should, expose to me on the first conversation that we have. I mean, that's something that you do. I seem like that should be something that you want to keep private, right? With yourself. And I said, because unless he was telling me this because he want me to watch him, or do he want us to do these type of things together? I didn't know what it was. It just threw me all the way off. Like I threw my hands up after he said that. I was done, you know what I'm saying? And so he continue on to talk, and he said, and I do those things because I don't want to be a male whore. LOL. He started laughing. And I'm like, okay. I said, well, I said, to each his own and everything. I said, it was nice talking to you. I said, maybe we can catch up later. At that point, I knew he wasn't into me. I knew he was into his self pleasures, and it was something that I would not get involved with. It's those little things like that. It's like we meet people, they say things to us, and we tend to ignore those things, and we can't. Let's say for example, you meet a guy and y'all kicking it, and he comes to your house. You have a beautiful house, everything's set up nice. Then he starts saying little things, like, oh, you a baller, or oh, you this, you this. He's not into you. He can't even afford to be with you. He don't like the aesthetic, you know what I'm saying? That's something that he's not used to. So he try to put you down, to lower you to something that he's not used to. Make little cracks. Cause like, I know, for example, I had this little, the little filters you put on your water to make the water turn colors, this, that, and the third. I had a guy that I was talking to. He came over and he was like, oh, you bougie. He said, because you got colored water. When he said that, that was a turn off to me, because what makes me bougie because the water turns color? Just because I like nice things doesn't mean that I'm bougie. And I knew that this wasn't the guy for me either. Lady, don't let no man come into your life and try to downplay you or criticize you for having nice things. That just goes to show me that he's not a type of man that's used to nice things or don't like nice things. And that will become a problem moving forward in a relationship if you entertain anybody like that. I'm just telling y'all, So we just have to be careful with little things like that to make sure this person is really into me for you. Also, what if he tells you that your ass is flat, and y'all dating, your ass is too flat, but if you do X, Y, and Z, maybe you can get this, and other. That means that he's not into you. Because see, a man that's into you, he wouldn't care about your ass being flat. or whatever, because he's into you. See, he's not into you. He's into what people think or what other people would say as to what type of woman he should have. And that's a red flag. That should be something that you get rid of ASAP. Because anytime a man come to you after you've been dating for a while, you thinking you feeling him, you think he liking you, and then he up and tells you that your ass is too flat, or your chest is too big, or your stomach is too small, or it's too big, it's all those things, then that means that he's not into you, girl. And don't let that red flag go over your head, because in the long run, you're going to end up leaving him, or he's going to end up leaving you, and then you're going to have your heart broken again, you know. Or what about your job? You make a lot of money on your job, and you probably make more money than him, you know, and then he start telling you your job, oh, your little job, this, you know, dismissing you and making your stuff seem so minute, because he's envious of you, girls. Like, men sometimes show that they are envious of women, you know, because of their status. A lot of men like to be up here and not the woman to be up here. They can't, some of these men out here just can't take that type of stuff. So you got to beware if this man is into you or not, you know, like, I don't know, but you can tell, you know, or if he talked to you a certain type of way, you know, or cuss at you, or say things disrespectful to you when he get into an argument with you, you know, call you the B word. That's one word that I hate for a man to call a woman, period. Any woman, whether it is their girlfriend, their best friend, their home girl, or whatever. It's just disrespectful. And men show you how they feel about you, the way they talk to you, or the way they let anybody else talk to you. And if he does not allows anybody to talk to you in that type of way around him, he don't care about you. Because see, the man that care about you, he'll fight for you. He ain't gonna let nobody disrespect you, and he's not going to disrespect you. You know what I mean? He's not going to disrespect you, you know, period. But a lot of times women, we tend to let these things pass, because some of these women out here, you know, that's the type of life they like. They look for thug type of men, you know, when a man say, bitch, please, or no, this, or around you, and he's talking to his boys, and he be like, yeah, man, that hoe, that bitch, this, right in front of you. He's not into you. I'm telling you, he's not into you. Real men don't talk like that around their women, because it's disrespectful. And if a man don't have respect for you, he's not for you. And so those things is something that you ladies need to understand, that those things wouldn't happen if he was into you, type of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So many experiences with me. I experienced all those things, you know, and that's why I think that, hey, I'll be single. I'm okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm okay with being single if it means that I have to ignore or be disrespected to make a man feel good about himself and downplay myself. I refuse to do that. Okay? And so, yeah, so ladies, he's not that into you. Okay? He's not that into you. He never want to take you out nowhere. It's always, let's Netflix and chill. You know, let's go over your house today. He don't ever want to show you off in public. He don't never want to show you off in public. It's always something at home. You know what I mean? Always. Or he don't want to come and see you. Most of the times when he want to get with you, it's at night. At nighttime. He'll call you 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. You ain't heard from him all day long. Bling, 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 bling. Telephone. You so excited. Oh, my boo calling. That's so-and-so. He calling. You answer the phone because you excited because you got a call. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. What you doing? What you think I'm doing? I'm in the bed. I'm asleep, or I was asleep. What do you mean, what am I doing? The average person that works a 9 to 5 or 7 to 3 or 8 to 4 or whatever on a weekday is probably in the bed asleep. And he called to talk about what you doing. You know why? Because that's what he want to do. He want to do you. He want to do you. And you let him. You let him come over because you are lonely. And you want to make him happy. You don't want to make him think that you're not into him. And every time you do that, you play yourself. You play yourself real badly. And we got to stop doing that, y'all. You know, a lot of these men... somebody asked me, do you not like men? Why are you always talking about men? I don't always talk about men. It's just that I just deal with men. I like y'all. I like men. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm doing a little bit too much. I'm driving. I'm trying to do this, X, Y, Z. But no, I like men. Don't get me wrong. I love men. But I don't love the games that they play with us. I don't like the mind games that they play with us. Like we're stupid or like we don't know what time it is type of thing. I don't like that. And so I address it, you know, and I know I address it because I know a lot of you women out here don't know, especially the younger women. Some of you cannot recognize when somebody is really into you, you know, or if you need something from them. Okay, you guys, I love y'all. I got to take this call. I'm sorry I got to interrupt it real quick, but subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Love you. Mwah.